Hi, David.
Hey, Jessica. How are you?
I am great because I am here next to you in person.
I know.
We're fully vaccinated.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know.
It's been a minute, as the kids say.
It has. I've missed our interaction a lot and our, our harder hipstering. So
yeah,
we're back.
We're back.
Da, 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 da.
Finally.
I know it has been forever, and it does feel really good to be back and be in the same room and be able to see and touch things and drink things together.
I know. Instead of through monitors and cubes and stuff, little boxes on our screens.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but we haven't been recording much because we tried in virtual world, but it just didn't work out as well as we thought it would.
Yeah. And
we have a good chemistry together in person, and we wanted to give you guys the best there is.
That's right. Why sully it? Let's get the best we can do.
Exactly. So speaking of the best, we have a amazing IPA today.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Lifted Indian Pale Ale, which I have to admit I picked up just because I really liked the wrapper.
The can?
The can.
Yeah.
I really like this aesthetic.
I know.
It's very appealing.
It does make you feel
lifted.
Lifted,
it's like a sunrise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's Interborough Spirits and Ale out of Brooklyn. So if you have some time, check it out.
Cool.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
So
we have hardware to talk about too, don't we?
We do. I was gonna say, speaking of the best, and continuing with that.
I thought that's why we got together.
That is not just to drink, but also to talk about hardware. And we're going to be talking about what today?
We're talking about the Halliday+Baillie DPulls.
Yes, Halliday+Baillie we've talked about before. They're a manufacturer based in New Zealand, and they do a ton of pocket door hardware, flush pulls, all sorts of great stuff. But they recently came out with a line of door pulls, D-pulls, ladder pulls. There's a lot of different terms.
Bar pulls.
Bar pulls. Yeah, there's a lot of
pulls.
different terms for these.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show them to you.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So, let's start it off.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
So this is the 300, they have 3 different lengths of the pulls, right? Well, we'll get into it, but basically 3 different lengths in the round version. So obviously you can see a round cross section. This is the 300 millimeter length, which is just under 12 inches.
Yeah, just shy of 12 inches, center to center.
Mm-hmm. And then they also have this same, so this is just the round pull. This is comes in 600 millimeter.
Yeah.
This is an offset, which we'll get to, but that's the 600 millimeter length. And then there's one that's twice as long as that, 1200 millimeters.
Yeah, which is massive. It's almost 50 inches.
Yeah. So quite a range right there. They have the shorter length is available with a 16 millimeter diameter, and then also a 19 millimeter diameter.
In the round one, yeah.
In the round.
So there's the 3 different kind of versions of this. We have the rounded version, and then we have an offset version, and then we have a super nifty square version of this. And each one is available in, like David was saying, in the round version, you can get it in a 16 millimeter diameter or a 19. The 16, again, is only up to this. Quick interruption. We just wanted to give you some important information that we missed.
We know you are enjoying one of our videos right now, but we have something we need to tell you.
Yeah. So in order to simplify the offering for the door pulls, Halliday+Baillie has decided to take away the 16 millimeter round door pull.
The one we just talked about.
The one we just showed you.
Yeah.
But
that's not going to be available.
No, but it is going to make their offering a bit easier and...
Right. They're all 19 millimeter pulls now.
Exactly. Simpler. So we just wanted to make sure that you knew, and back to the show. Okay. Millimeter size, but when you go up to the 19 millimeter diameter, you can get it larger, which is there's a 600 and the 1200. So 23 5/8, and then just 47 1/4 inches. That's quick math.
That's really quick math.
I don't have it written down anywhere in front of me.
Yeah.
So I just, it's just like amazing. That. So that's their basic round kind of, D-pull. That's what we call them.
Right. The thing about these though is they're solid brass.
Yes.
And they feel they have like you know, the good
heaviness to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like hardware that's a little bit heavy.
Yeah, you want to feel like it's a substantial pole, and like you could really mess somebody up with this.
Yeah,
you know?
right. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah, sure.
You know, if you have to.
If you're getting into a bar fight.
It's a bar pole.
Wow.
So stupid.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
That's okay.
That one. Yeah.
So, but yeah, they are a substantial product. They're full solid brass,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in the different sizes, and it really acclimates itself to different applications, whether it's you can use it as a cabinet pull, an appliance pull, a door pull. There's so many different ways that you can use these.
I was just thinking that this one, for like an appliance pull, this would be great, or like a large cabinet, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit small you could still use it on a door, but it's a little smaller for the door. But then like the bigger pulls,
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's nice to have like a nice range of sizes and yet not be so many that it's overwhelming.
Yeah, well the good thing is too, because the smaller version and the larger version, you can have continuity within your house or whatever it is, your business. If you want to have the long 1200 millimeter on your door, you can do that, and then have these on cabinets or smaller doors or whatever it is.
Right.
And that's a nice thing. People like that.
Yeah.
People like continuity.
They do.
I say that often. So that is the smaller
round.
Yeah, the smaller version, and just to go through it really quick, is the HB 2230.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 16 millimeter at 300, and then the 19 millimeter at 300 is the 2235.
Right.
And then the 19 millimeter at 600 is the HB 2240. Don't forget that.
And then the 1200, right?
Oh, yes, and then the 1200
is 2250.
Don't forget that either.
Don't forget that. you should have pen and paper.
Write that down.
They know. They've watched enough. They know to have pen and paper.
Well, they'll go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So entertaining.
That's true. Yes.
So
I forgot. That's what we do.
So then we have the really cool offset pull, which I like this one a lot.
I know. So you would mount it like that, and then. So why would you use an offset pull? Like, I think of it, if you have like a narrow backset lock, right?
Yeah.
You want to have access to the lock and have the pull kind of like out of the way.
That makes a lot of sense. I honestly didn't even think of that. I just thought maybe it gives you a little bit more like room for your hand to grab if you have big hands. But
yeah, that's true.
But that does make sense with the lock. You're right. If you do have like a patio door or something with like a little
wood frame.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So.
And I just like the curvature of it. Really.
I know.
It's really cool.
Again, all solid brass and just really nicely made. So.
Yeah.
So those are that's 300 and 600 millimeters. So 300 millimeter pull is the 2237.
Yeah.
600 millimeter pull is the HB 2247.
I wonder if this is only in 19 millimeters diameter. I wonder if they do that because of the curving. If it's because it needs to be thicker to maintain the curvature of the pole.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so. Also, again, like the you can't feel this one.
But there's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels nice, but it is kind of thin. And if you start bending this thing and you're
absolutely right.
It might start to feel a little chintzy.
And plus also, because it's curved, it makes more sense on an upright door, and upright door pulls tend to be longer anyway. So it does make a lot of sense why they're only available in the thicker and the longer sizes.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did my deductive reasoning.
I know. That was good. So then the square pulls, right?
I love this one. This one is super cool.
I know.
Yeah.
So this would be the 2340.
Yes.
So the square poles have the 23 in number. So the smaller one is the 2330, and the 600 millimeter, which this one is 2340.
So this one does come in the smaller size. It does come in the 300 millimeter because it doesn't have the offset, I'm assuming.
Right.
So you can get in all three sizes. but in 19 millimeter square.
No.
No.
Not the 1200. Just the.
Oh, you're right.
Just the.
Can't win them all.
Yeah. But hey, listen, if you want the 1200, right? Let us know. Let us ask about it, and we could tell Halliday+Baillie and say, Jessica told us we can get one.
Don't say that. I don't want you to say that.
No.
Maybe
Jessica told us we could get one, and so now we want one.
No, but really though, if that is something that comes up a lot and you are looking for a very long square edge door pull, definitely let us know. We'll see what we can do.
And I like it, it's, again, like the brass finish makes it look traditional, but yet the squareness of it
modern,
is very modern. So.
Yeah.
And it's also like not sharp. You know,
No.
I'm always fascinated on how things could look very square and yet not be sharp. And this is one of those things. So
it's good to know about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, these the good thing about these too is that they come in every single type of fastening really that you could possibly need.
Okay.
There's they have it for glass, for wood, for aluminum, and you specify the fasteners separately from the pull because you have so many different options. So when you're ordering them, we could always help you put that information together, but it's also on the spec sheet, and we could always send that to you. But there are different types of fastenings that you can use for these.
Right.
And
this one is this has this little flipper thing here.
Little tab.
Right. To fit in for an aluminum door. So you're gonna basically put the hole in the door, and this clamps it to the aluminum door. So they're all set with little set screws on these screws. I don't know what these screws are called.
Aren't they bush heads?
Bush heads,
Yeah, they're bush heads.
Yeah. That's,
I know things.
Yeah. That's why you're on the show. So this is the aluminum one. What else do we have? We have they call it a face fix, which would be this one.
It's basically a surface mounted concealed fixing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have a little coach screw.
Ooh, look at you go. I didn't know that one.
I know things too. Coach screw, which goes into your door, and then the bush head screw, which goes on top of that. So that's nice.
Let me see this one.
Yeah.
So super sharp, like a drill, and then it's just a regular threaded bolt for the bush head to go on.
Yeah.
So this doesn't have anything on the other side of the door. That's like the bolt through, which is different. But this is concealed. If you don't have anything on the other side of the door, then you use this one, and then you're good. It's a single-sided. You don't have anything on the exterior or interior, whatever it is, side of the door. Right. Which is nice.
Exactly. But if you did want a little, sort of like a more secure connection, or maybe you're using like a lesser quality wood on the door.
Yeah. And
you need to bolt it through so it's clamped. They do have, it's called the through fix connection, which has a little button on the end. And this all threads in it. So we can provide different threaded rods depending on your door thickness. Just let us know what you need, and we can accommodate it.
And I like the button too. I think the button is a little bit more traditional versus more modern, where you don't want to see anything on the other side of the door. Sometimes it's a more traditional setting. You do want to have that little exterior fastener, and it just gives you the option to do it, which is good.
Right.
And then, did we talk about the glass fixing?
We didn't, no.
Do we have the glass fixing?
We don't, no.
All right, that goes out the window. There's glass fixing.
Oh, sorry, no, I think this is the little plastic washers that they have.
Okay, so you can do back-to-back or through bolting with glass. And then there's going to be washers that will, hug each side so it doesn't damage it at all. So you don't have
metal to glass contact there.
Yeah, exactly. And then does it have do we know if there's a minimum door thickness for the glass? It's probably a 1/2 inch, I would think.
1/2 inch, yeah.
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 Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it for fixing, right?
Back to back.
Oh, the back-to-back, which allows up to a really thick door, right?
Yeah, up to about 3 inches. And they have, again, it's just this bush head screw with different threaded rods, and we can get these in different lengths. So you tell us your door thickness.
Exactly.
And we'll provide the proper length threaded rod for your door.
And even if you have a door thicker than 3 inches, it's not like we can't accommodate that. Just say what it is. If you have a 5-inch thick door, if you have a 6-inch thick door, we can make it happen.
We could figure it out.
Yeah.
So, but what finishes do these come in?
Do you want to know what finishes these come in?
I do. That's why I asked.
So these are a little bit different than the standard Halliday+Baillie offering. If you are a dealer or a user or a designer that has used Halliday+Baillie flush pulls, some of it overlaps, but not all of it does because the construction material is a little bit different than the flush pull hardware or the pocket door hardware.
Right.
So these, again, are made of solid brass, which is a wonderful construction material, and they've kind of branched off of that and have really gone in a kind of brass direction, bronze direction. So the first finish that they offer is just a natural aged brass, which is this beautiful dark finish, very similar to a dark bronze, and it's very similar to Halliday+Baillie's flush pull dark bronze.
Right, exactly.
So that matches up really nicely.
Yep.
They do have another dark finish, which we don't unfortunately have in the pull, but it's the black chrome. It's the same. This is exactly the same as you get in the flush pull, so that will match perfectly.
Right.
And especially if you do like one of the squared edge pulls and you have black chrome flush pulls elsewhere, it would look really nice together. FYI. And then just regular standard polished brass, which is just natural brass, beautifully polished.
Right.
And satin brass, which is a nice little warm finish to it.
I'm a big fan of the satin brass.
I love satin brass. I love this pull in satin brass. It's the best. So
it's amazing that we've had it so long and it hasn't gone missing from the warehouse.
It's going to be installed at my house soon.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing to know about these is that they are natural finishes.
Right. They're not lacquered.
No.
So they will age beautifully.
As we all will.
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's a natural finish, so it will age over time. The polish will dull a little bit, but it gives it character, right? That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, anybody that really appreciates a brass and knows that eventually it's going to patina or it's going to change. The dark finish is going to rub eventually, but that's really kind of the beautiful nature of that finish or that material, and it's nice to kind of see what happens to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys are interested in all or want any more information about these beautiful door ladder DPulls, just call us and let us know.
Yeah, good. I think that's it. I think we got everything.
Did we?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
all right.
That's all I know. So if we forgot something,
call us. I don't know. Bye.
See you guys.
That wasn't bad.
No.